And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss player himself from South Korea, representing his new team, Twisted Minds. It is herO. Here we go, as we are going to be settling in and calming things down. Now, once again, herO and MaxPax, they do often go back and forth in series. If you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our PvP. And again, they do often trade back and forth. MaxPax, he's known for his one and only opener. That is the Gate Cybercore into Stargate into expansion. Sometimes he does go for a slightly faster expansion, but outside of that, there's not really much deviation in how MaxPax plays. herO, he has also been known to do the same. herO, he's been quite tricky. At times he can go 2 Gate, at times he can go Gate expand. Sometimes herO does take a faster expansion than MaxPax and he forces him to react. So herO has been very fluid over the past couple of months. Basically, ever since the latest patch, ever since October/November of last year, herO, as you can see, Nexus before Cybercore, insane greed out of herO, and again, he's forcing MaxPax to respond. It's this really interesting dynamic that's been taking place. If you're familiar with MaxPax's PvP, you would know that often it would be the reverse. Often it would be MaxPax playing economically, usually more greedy than his opponents, and he would often like force all-ins or force reactions, and all-ins would usually be the case, right? Like MaxPax would usually force his opponent to all-in him. But again, in the last couple of months, we've often seen this. We've often seen this where MaxPax has been put in the hot seat and been forced to make these more uncomfortable decisions, and it's been forcing him to struggle at times against herO. So we can see MaxPax, he does go for a Stargate before expansion. So Oracle opener out of MaxPax. herO, he will have the greater economy coming into this, but now the question becomes, can herO maintain the economy? This is the advantage of this build from MaxPax, is that it can be aggressive. With this Stargate before Nexus, that means he can go for the Oracle and he can harass the mineral lines of herO. Again, the pressure is going to be on herO to survive this, as he responds with the Stargate of his own. Okay, now there's a lot going on here. First things first, herO, he forces MaxPax to react and to respect this fast Nexus. So MaxPax, he has to be aggressive with the Oracle. Meanwhile, MaxPax, he doesn't see the follow-up tech. So this should be a Phoenix. Because herO knows there's an Oracle coming, herO can open Phoenix, he can punish the Oracle and then counterattack. Ooh, but do you see what I see? One base all in. No expansion. MaxPax, he does not expand. Proxy gateway across the map instead. MaxPax, he's suddenly turning this into a one base all in. And when was the last time you saw MaxPax one base all in a PvP? Like, this is a rare sight out of MaxPax. But again, like, this is what you often see between MaxPax and herO, because again, like, herO, he's kind of forcing this reaction, forcing this response. MaxPax gets in. MaxPax does confirm the Stargate. He's aware of the Phoenixes. And we'll see if MaxPax can break herO. Let's go. Let us go. As we have the Oracle rotating towards the main. There's a shield battery to buy time. Meanwhile, herO, he is unaware. He's about to scout. He's about to confirm there's no base. And once he does, he needs shield batteries. He needs shield batteries. He needs defenses back at home. Adept does shade in. And yep, no expansion. No expansion. No setup. This screams, this yells one base all in. herO back at home. Yep, another shield battery. But is this too late? Because here it comes. Here comes the main army. These shield batteries, they are delayed. Oracle into the main, going for the stasis. herO up. Does he react? Doesn't. No reaction. Massive connection. Every pro gets caught out. Aye. Boys are being pulled, and herO is being pulled apart. Being pulled apart completely here. Shield batteries do finish, but herO, he has no economy. He has no warpins. They'll take down one of the stalkers. He gets one. He's gonna get two. Takes down two, almost three. But more stalkers are rocking up. They're coming in. Now these probes are expendable. herO, he can afford to throw them away. But again, herO, he's in trouble here. The shield battery does get targeted. herO, he can't reinforce. He can't afford anything. Another stasis goes off. Oh no. The layered stasis traps. Aye. Yeah, and herO, he cannot keep up. He's down to 2 Phoenixes, down to 1 Stalker. He has no energy remaining. He has an Immortal on the way. He needs more time for the Immortal. And he has no economy. He can't make anything. Void Ray has arrived. Oh, just barely. Oh, but there's no support. Yeah, there's no support. The Void Ray goes down instantly. The pylon is targeted. Robo's depowered. And MaxPax, he will snowball out of control. He will kick things off with a win. Whew. GG. GG, well played again. One base all-ins are a rare sight for MaxPax, but the real MVP that game was the stasis traps. The layered stasis traps, one on top of the other, zero income in the main base, and because herO was spawning the boys, I mean, he just had zero income. He just had zero income, period, for so much of that all-in, which means he couldn't warp in, he couldn't reinforce with his gateway units, he couldn't afford extra shield batteries, couldn't afford extra pylons, couldn't afford anything. GG. GG, well played, and with that, we're going into game number 2. We'll see if MaxPax or if herO can bring it back, or if MaxPax snowballs out of control. Here we go. Here we go. As we are getting into game number 2. Game 2 is going to be on Ultra Love. Whew. Traps actually killed herO. Yes. As we mentioned, the MVPs of that game were the stasis traps. If it wasn't for that, then we would have seen more warp-ins, more side defense, more pylons. Most likely, especially with extra pylons there, the Robo would have stayed powered. The Immortal would have popped out. Like, there's just so much there that would have factored in. It was crazy. But here we go. We are now getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, leading the series 1-0. And we'll see if he can claim it all and make it to those finals. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, sorry, bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Twisted Minds down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match himself. It is herO. As herO goes for a very quirky start. Okay. First things first, welcome one and all to Ultra Love. Ultra Love is a macro map. There's a ramp coming into the natural, so there is an unwritten rule in PvP. It is standard, it is legal, it is acceptable and accepted here that you open up with a low ground setup, gate into Cybercore, into Stargate, into expansion, because you are so secure on 2 bases. herO, though, he opens up on the high ground. Now, this might be the same build, but a bit of a quirkier way of going about it. MaxPax, he goes in, he does see the gateway, but as you can see, there's no second gateway. So herO is going for the expansion. As we do see MaxPax this time, he does pylon block, he's in position to delay. Gateway is on, Cybercore in production. So far so good, both players are mirroring each other, and currently the trajectory of this game screams Phoenix Wars. This screams Phoenix Wars right now. The reasoning for this is if both players pylon block each other, if both players delay their expansions, both players have to throw down Stargates. And if both players throw down Stargates, you have to make Phoenixes. So that's what things are looking like at the moment. Things are kind of going down that path, they're leading in that direction. The Zealot has arrived. MaxPax, he should be able to get the pylon down. For now, actually going to be zoned away, but there it is. Stargate for herO, Stargate for MaxPax. As you mentioned, like, this opener, this build did scream Phoenix Wars. That's the direction that we're heading in. Both players going Stargate, both players making Phoenixes. Oh boy. And both players will confirm. herO, he does see the Stargate with his probe, and MaxPax, he confirms the Stargate of herO as well in the main. Now, when it comes to Phoenix Wars, there are certain power spikes that are available. The first big one is going to be the timing of the second Stargate. So the second Stargate is going to be a big moment here to see who does get it first. Likewise, the Fleet Beacon and Phoenix Range, that's going to be another big power spike for whoever gets that first. And following that is the Fleet Beacon into Mothership. The Mothership is another big timing that's going to be available as well. So there are these certain kind of like periods in time where one player can take an advantage over the other. First things first, though, MaxPax does move out with his initial adept. So does herO, and both players wall off. Both players wall up. The adept Zealots here just applying pressure. Both players, they should be fine, and they shouldn't really lose anything here. MaxPax does have the advantage of being able to mine from his natural because of his low ground wall. herO doesn't have that luxury. Ooh, as he might lose some probes. Adept gets in, one probe goes down, he gets one, he gets two. Oh, barely not. But one probe here is still a great start for MaxPax. Likewise here, he had to pull away the boys, so mining time was denied. And MaxPax does have a slight edge here early on. Very slight. As now both players are take their natural bases. And there's that faster second... Oh, I was going to say faster second Stargate for herO. It's actually just lock in step here with MaxPax. So both players, they throw down their second Stargates. So far, both players are keeping up with each other. Now, this is a risky maneuver here. herO, he's being somewhat active. Like, it all comes down to reaction time. herO, he does stack. Does stack up those Phoenixes. MaxPax also sharking around. Probe is moving into Scout. And herO, he will barely spot this. Oh, they spot each other. They spot each other. herO, he has to back up. Probe goes down. herO, oh, looking for an opening. Doesn't quite find it. herO, he does pylon block the third base of MaxPax. MaxPax, he pylon blocks the third base of herO. Pylon blocks are huge because Phoenixes don't shoot down. They don't destroy buildings. So these buildings are going to be persistent. And that means that this is also like a scouting pylon for MaxPax. We can see herO doing the same. Like, scouting pylons are so crucial in Phoenix Wars because the pylons, they don't die. You see here, we force out a Zealot from MaxPax. A Zealot is forced out from herO as well to deal with those pylons to be able to expand. There's another pylon block at the linear third base of MaxPax. herO, he wants that Zealot. Oh, he's gonna get baited in. He has to get out of here. He has to pull away. Whew. Again, almost baited in by the Zealots. MaxPax, he was waiting for it. Just using that Zealot as a bait. herO could try to do the same. As right now, the Phoenix count is slightly in favor of herO. Of course, a big factor as well is the Defender's Advantage. Defender's Advantage is basically the time it takes for your production to arrive at the fight. So if you're fighting on your half of the map, your production arrives sooner, and you suddenly gain like a big Phoenix lead. So where the fight occurs is also going to be a big factor. The first shot going off is going to be the factor, most likely. Like, who engages first, whether or not we're stacked. We mentioned this in the previous PvP, but stacking is so crucial here as... Oh! As... Oh, MaxPax does pull away for now. Whew. Does pull back. Now, the reason why stacking is so important is because if you stack, then all your Phoenixes, they fire at the same time. If you attack when you're spread, and Phoenixes, they automatically spread. Like, they naturally do spread here, like so. And if you do engage, then the Phoenixes in the back won't fight. They won't get their shot off if you fight when spread. So it's just so crucial that you stack, otherwise you have wasted DPS. Yo, we gonna get we get the gas steal. herO, he gas steals one of them. Meanwhile, Fleet Beacon is done. We have Phoenix range on the way for MaxPax. Meanwhile, herO, no Fleet Beacon. Ooh, no Fleet Beacon for herO. That's concerning. That means there's gonna be a big window in time where MaxPax has range and herO does not. Uh-oh. herO moves in. He catches him out. He does catch him. Yeah, massive moment here for herO. And just like that, herO, he overwhelms. He overwhelms. One fight is all it takes. Ay, ay, ay. MaxPax caught with his pants down. He wasn't paying attention. He was not stacked. And that's game. That's game then and there. Who cares about Phoenix range when herO does catch you? And this is a PSA. If you're in the chat, lift up your pants. GG gets called in. herO, he will tie up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. herO does have the series. As we get into this, a big shout to Steadfast in the chat. God, Bobby God, thank you so much. I do apologize for the delayed shout out, but sorry, I was just engrossed in the game. But a big shout out to Steadfast! Exclamation mark. Shout outs. I got you, Bobby. I got you. To Steadfast. Do apologize, was engrossed in the game, but big shout out to Steadfast. Steadfast, of course, he was covering not just the War TV Monday, but also covering the Monday Night Weekly as well. The Monday Night Weekly, so did cover both events. I believe was. I hope you enjoyed your World of Warcraft's hardcore session. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were able to farm some gear, level up. I haven't played hardcore myself. Haven't played it. Haven't touched it yet. Oh no. Hope you did well. As we are getting into our next game, as we're getting into the Ace match. Hong Kong Ducklings. Este Fear Jacket, Este Ravi. Shaking my head. But welcome one and all to the semi-finals here of the PiGosaur Monday 27. And again, thank you so much for the raid, as we are getting into the ace match. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Sandworm, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Let's go. Let's go. Are settling in. And again, winding it back to the last game, even though MaxPax had the upgrade advantage on the way, we did try to emphasize how important it was to be stacking when you engage, and herO, he did catch MaxPax with his pants down. Like MaxPax, he was caught with his army spread, he was caught with his army unattended, and that was game. That was game. Then and there, one bad fight is all it takes for a Phoenix War to just snowball out of control, and that leads us here into the ace match. Let's go. Let's go. This is also why a lot of people don't really enjoy Phoenix Wars, especially as players, and I fully understand, right? Like, it's not the most exhilarating feeling to be locked in like a game like this and you lose the game in like a couple of seconds. Like, it's like that's game. Then like you lose one Phoenix fight and it snowballs very quickly and it escalates into a win or into a loss. So it's just very unforgiving. It's very unforgiving, very cutthroat. It ends in one fight. I would say maybe it can be definitely exciting to watch for sure, but like 100%, like as a player, it can be very frustrating, like very frustrating. That is currently, at least, or it has been for a long time, just a part of PvP. Here we go. As for now, two gate opener out of herO. Meanwhile, gate cyber expand out of MaxPax, going for the faster Stargate. So MaxPax going for the same opener every game so far, as is typically the case. And herO back at home, going for a 2-gate opener double stalker. And herO has the option to potentially proxy across the map. We'll see if he commits into an all-in. We'll see how he does bring this all together here. As for now, opening up double stalker. From here, he can make a 3rd and 4th Stalker and just rally across the map, or he can skip his next wave and his next round and go for a faster Nexus. Looks like that's what's about to happen. Oh, never mind. Still making that 3rd and 4th Stalker, still rallying across the map, but there is no proxy. He delays the expansion with the pylon, but looks like herO does plan on expanding. It's going to be far later, that is true, and herO, he's heavily reliant on his Stalkers to get damage. herO must be very tight on Tuesdays. MaxPax as well. Both herO and MaxPax, they play in all 3 tournaments. They stay up and they play in all 3 tournaments. They both go full degen. I say they both. Like Clem, Björn as well. Sometimes Solar. Like there's like a set amount of like degens in these tournaments to play in all 3. There's like, I want to say there's like maybe 5 or 6. There's like 5 or 6 players. I think Geralt and Nicaract, they also go full degen. Geralt, Nicaract, Clem, MaxPax, herO, Björn, Pure, Solar, like there's a couple of them that play in everything. In all 3. You know, first Stalker goes down. Brutal pick off there for herO. herO does expand again into later expansion. Trying to poke in, but herO, he's struggling to really find some success here. Again, the shield batteries, they come into play, and MaxPax, he will not lose anything. The regulars, yeah. The degenerates that don't sleep and play StarCraft for 24 hours. It's crazy. It's crazy. Of course, respectable as well. Like shout out to the team that stay up and play in all 3. It's an exclusive club. For sure. As Oracles, they threaten a dive. herO, he does deflect, he does defend. Adept does shade into the mineral line, and so far here he does keep up with the Oracles. Keeps up. Dives in regardless, gets 1 probe kill, just 1. herO does have a slight worker deficit, but for the most part he will shut this down and get into the mid game. Whew, okay, here we go. We're settling in. For the time being, we have both players taking the same direction. We have a Blink on the way. MaxPax still has the advantage of these oracles, and he does get another probe. Oh my god. Gets one more probe, but he will lose an oracle in the process. Ay. Suddenly that's not as worth it. In total, gets 4 probe kills, but an oracle is quite expensive, and in the end, we'll lose 1. He's got 1 left. 1 oracle remaining. Behind this MaxPax, he will expand. He will take his 3rd base. So faster expansion out of MaxPax. And herO, he should be going for his own, or otherwise going for more gateways. What's it going to be? Okay, he's pushing. Now look at the units tab here. herO, he does have the Stalker lead. He's up in Stalkers, he's up in Army Supply. He's down when it comes to the base, but his goal here is to try to punish the expansion of MaxPax. Now with these force fields, with these sentries, he can pop off. So herO, he does consolidate his army. We'll see if MaxPax can hold. Shield battery is not ready for this. Force field's going to be coming in. Guardian shield as well. Here he does look forward. There's a Guardian shield. Nice force field. Bleeds out a sentry. 1 sentry goes down. We'll lose the other as well. Takes down a Stalker in the process. Not bad. And herO, he's going to overwhelm. Again, he does have a massive Stalker lead. Pushing in. Does dive forward. Oh! Nice target fire, gets another Stalker. Another Stalker goes down. Brings down the pylon. Depowers the shield battery. This 3rd base is under fire. It's under threat. And MaxPax, I'm not so sure he can save it. Again, he's down 4 Stalkers. Yeah, there's the cancel. He cannot save the expansion. And suddenly herO takes a lead. Suddenly herO has the faster 3rd base, has the better economy. But MaxPax is not out of this. He does back off. And what do we have? A Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine on the way. DT's on the horizon. This is a way to recover. This is a way to bounce back. But unfortunately, or fortunately for herO, he has a robo. He has a robo. He doesn't have the Observer yet, but he has access to the Observer. There it is. Observer's on the way. Is this Immortal stuck? No shot. The Immortal's trapped. This is a full wall. Oh, no. He can't leave. No, forced to recall. For those that are curious, the gateway, the robo, the cyber core, the gas geysers, pylon, like this is a full wall. Like this entire section is walled in. God damn it. herO. herO. Ay. He has to create an opening somewhere here, like killing a pylon or killing a gateway. So forced to recall. He does at least save the Immortal. DTs are waddling in towards the left-hand side. Again, here he does have 1 Observer. It's at the natural. Stasis goes off. Stasis does wall off. Shield battery putting in a lot of work. Now here he can perfectly easily defend this expansion, especially with the Immortal. He's fine. But what about the DTs? What about the Dark Templars? They do head into the Mineral Lines. They're going to be distracting herO. He has to spend supply. Probe's going to be going down. They get 1 shot. He only has the 1 Observer. And probes, yeah, they're going down. This is winning MaxPax the game, getting so much damage. There's a DT in every single Mineral Line. And hero's losing everything. He's losing everything at this point. The Invisible Man is just too much. That's going to be 17 probe kills. Ay. Again, despite having detection, he only had the 1 Observer. Even here, taking more damage. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for MaxPax. Waits out 1 stasis. Oh. Waits out 1 stasis. Again, it shows just how deadly Dark Templar can be. Even in the mid-game, even if you have detection, it doesn't matter. As herO, he is far behind. He lost 21 probes in total. Ay. And the problem here is that all that MaxPax has to do is just defend. Just defend, just survive. He throws down cannons, shield battery, stasis traps. You can see that MaxPax, he is turtling up as hard as he can. Now, herO does have the larger army, but does he notice the stasis traps? He does. Okay, he does notice. He gets 1. Takes down 1 stasis. herO's all in. At this point, herO's all in. herO, he's not making probes. He's not resaturating. He's stuck on 43 workers. That is 2 base saturation. More probes going to be going down. Ay. No! Oh, it does take a stasis to the base. Another prism goes down as well. Yeah, massive pickoffs. The warp in is denied. And everything just coming up here from MaxPax. As there's no more reinforcements, another stasis goes off, brutal connection. And MaxPax, he will hold. He will hold, he will completely shut this down. Again, he forced the all-in. The DTs were the MVPs. The Invisible Man is just too much, man. It's too much. I mean, the station traps are running out. True, herO still has the larger army supply. Can he still pull this off despite everything going MaxPax's way? I mean, that one Immortal can do a lot of the back line. Oh no, never mind. The Immortal goes down, and never mind. As with that herO, he's out of an army. He's out of an army, he's out of supply. He trickles in with a couple of Zealots, but it's just not going to be enough. MaxPax, he's up in expansion, up heavily here in the economy. He's got double the worker count. And again, this was just all or nothing for herO. And now he has nothing. As GG gets called, MaxPax, he will overwhelm, and MaxPax, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played, MaxPax. He will claim the series, and he will advance on. herO, he gets the sweet embrace of Bedge. MaxPax unfortunately has to keep playing. Yeah. No sleep from MaxPax. And herO, he can embrace the Bedge. GG. GG, well played. But again, a solid game there out of MaxPax. I mean, it was a very intense back and forth between both players, which is what we expected. Like, we never expected 2-0 in either direction. herO and MaxPax, they're both very close in skill. They're both the best 2 Protoss players in the world. And honestly, things looking pretty strong for herO. Remember, herO, he started this off with denying the expansion and bringing down the 3rd base, and also just being hyper aggressive with his Stalkers. He had a really strong start. He had the economic lead. But alas, he was not able to keep up with the Dark Templar. Didn't keep up with the DTs, and that did end the game then and there. The game continued, and herO was forced into an all-in, but again, that's because of all that damage dealt by the Dark Templar. GG. GG, well played. With that, MaxPax will advance on into the grand finals, and the question becomes, who will join him in those finals? Let's go.